The first snowfall of December blanketed the streets of Queens, New York, turning everything white, pure, and almost deceptively quiet. But inside apartment 4B of an old brick building, life was anything but quiet. Amir Rahman, 32, sat hunched over the kitchen table. His hands were calloused from endless shifts as a cab driver, his back sore from long nights of navigating the city that never sleeps. The bills on the table stared at him like a jury rent overdue, electricity threatening shut off, and a hospital bill from last year when his mother in Pakistan fell ill and he sent every dollar he had to cover her treatment. Amir came to America 7 years ago with dreams too heavy for his small suitcase. Back then, he imagined skyscrapers would welcome him like guardians, jobs would flow like water, and success would be just a matter of hard work. But reality was colder, sharper. Every day felt like a battle, and most nights, he lost. Tonight was different, though. Tonight, Amir whispered something to himself he hadn't said in a long time: not all battles are lost. Maybe I just need to start with one small win. The first step. The next morning, instead of diving into another 12-hour shift, Amir walked into a small community college office. His English was good, but his confidence was broken. Still, he asked about night classes in computer skills. The counselor, a kind woman with glasses perched on her nose, looked surprised. "Most people your age don't come here," she said. Amir smiled faintly. "Most people my age don't have time to waste." It wasn't easy. After driving all day, Amir forced himself into a classroom where kids 10 years younger than him clicked on keyboards like second nature. His hands trembled on the mouse, his eyelids heavy, but every time he wanted to quit, he remembered something his father once told him back in Karachi: "Big victories are not won in a single day, Amir. They are built brick by brick." The temptation. One night after class, Amir stopped by a diner. As he sipped cheap coffee, a man slid into the booth across from him. It was Khalid, someone Amir knew from the neighborhood. Sharp suit, gold watch, easy smile, the kind of immigrant who didn't look like he was struggling. "Amir, why kill yourself in cabs and classes? I have a faster way," Khalid whispered, leaning in. "One delivery, cash in your pocket. No one gets hurt." Amir's heart pounded. He knew what Khalid meant. Drugs. He'd heard stories guys making in one night what he earned in a month. His hands clenched under the table. For a split second, he imagined his debts gone, his life lighter. But then he pictured his mother's face, lined with years of sacrifice. He heard his father's words again. Small wins. Brick by brick. Amir stood up, left his untouched coffee, and walked out. It felt like a small decision, almost nothing at all, but deep down, he knew it was one of the most important wins of his life. A breakthrough. Months passed. Amir barely slept. His grades were average, his savings still thin. But then, one night, something shifted. His professor handed him back a project on basic coding. On the front, written in bold red ink, "Excellent work. You have potential." Amir stared at the words until they blurred. For the first time in years, he believed someone saw more in him than just a cab driver. Encouraged, he applied for an internship at a small tech startup in Brooklyn. He expected rejection. Instead, he got a call: "Amir, we can't pay much, but we like your drive. Can you start Monday?" The struggle within. The internship was brutal. During the day, he drove his cab. At night, he worked at the startup. Sometimes, Exhaustion made him miss turns with passengers or nearly fall asleep on his keyboard. Doubt clawed at him. One evening, after dropping off his last ride, he parked by the East River. The Manhattan skyline glittered across the water like a promise. He whispered into the cold air, "I can't keep living like this." Then he caught his reflection in the glass. His tired eyes, his hollow cheeks, but behind them, a spark. He remembered where he had started, the kitchen table, drowning in bills. Compared to that, this was progress. Another small win. The twist. 1 year later, Amir's life looked different. He wasn't rich, not even close. But he was working full-time at the startup now, no longer driving a cab. He rented a slightly better apartment. He even managed to send money home without skipping meals. But life, as always, had one more test. One evening, walking home from work, Amir saw police lights flashing near his old block. A crowd had gathered. In the center, handcuffed and furious, was Khalid, the man from the diner, his gold watch now glinting under the red-blue sirens. Amir froze, a chill running through him. It could have been him. If he had said yes that night, if he had chosen the shortcut instead of the small step, that would have been his future. The victory. 2 years later, Amir stood on a stage. His company had grown, and he was now a project manager, leading a diverse team. At the annual event, his boss introduced him to the audience. "This is Amir Rahman. He came to this country with nothing but determination. He proves that small wins, one after another, can lead to big victories." As applause thundered, Amir's eyes welled up. He thought of his parents back home, his long nights in the cab, the temptation he resisted, the exhaustion he endured. Every step, every brick had led here. When the noise died down, Amir took the microphone. His voice was steady, but filled with emotion. "America is a hard place. It tests you. It tempts you. But it also gives you chances, tiny ones, hidden in the cracks. If you take them, if you hold on, they lead to something bigger than you ever imagined. Don't chase shortcuts. Chase small wins. Because one day, they will carry you to your big victory." The crowd rose in a standing ovation. For Amir, it wasn't just applause. It was proof. Proof that the boy who once sat at a kitchen table drowning in bills had finally carved a place for himself in the land of skyscrapers. And he knew his story had only just begun.